Rockeyez would like to welcome Bree. Hey, Bree, what's going on today?
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh my goodness. Last night was fun, but I mean, I'm kind of regretting it right now. I literally rolled out of bed. I set my alarm and rolled out of bed.
Wow. Did you hit it a couple times? Did it get a little snooze in there?
Oh, no, I just, hit it. It did, 2 minutes, and I was like, all right.
Cool.
At 10:58.
Cool. Now, All-American Girl last year, really explosive CD. I listened to it this morning. It's pretty diverse, from a little bit of Southern and a little bit of rock and, old-time stuff, and I enjoyed it. There was quite a bit of songs, that threw me off a little bit, but, it still had that really good sound.
What songs threw you off? I'm so curious.
There was I think it was "Do You Want to Love Me." We had a little Elvis type thing, like a Southern style, song. But all the songs are really upbeat. So
absolutely, yeah.
That's the thing that really made the impact. And when I saw the video, "I'm the Boss," I really went over the edge with that one. So tell me a little bit about All-American Girl.
Well, I wrote all of the songs myself, and I wrote it over a period of last year and the year before. I write all the time. It was difficult to choose 11 songs for the album,
right?
But it was so fun because I wrote them over a period of time. All the songs on that album are autobiographical. Totally my personality, 110%, And what we did was, since we're working with Bob Ezra's engineer, we couldn't just go into the studio and record an album. He was so backed up because it was Ezra's studio, and he was always so busy with Kesha and Taylor Swift and all these other bands, The Darkness. So basically, he'd randomly call us up and be like, "Hey, I need you in the studio tomorrow, 10 a.m."
Right. Wow.
And we literally, and I loved it. So over the period of last year, it was so much fun because we'd get this random phone call and we'd be rushing into the studio and recording another 3 songs.
Wow.
And it was all recorded live. Me, my stand-up bassist, and drummer, we play together. It's Mark McNeely on the bass and David Castello on drums. And we record it live, and then I do my vocals, add maybe another harmony, and maybe some ear candy as far as guitar. Yeah, it was fun.
Wow.
It was really fun. It was so fun. It was like a party every time we went in there because, we just all enjoy each other's company, and we were just laughing all day. I swear, I wake up the next day and my face hurts and I felt like I got an ab workout all day.
Wow.
Wow.
Fun. Well, how did you find out that you had a talent for singing, in the early days?
Well, I was raised in a religious cult.
Mm-hmm.
And it was when we'd go to church was our life. It was church, family, and music was really what our life evolved around.
Right.
And so, I was raised singing gospel music, and as soon as I could talk and learn the songs, I just loved singing. And I would sing so loud. And I remember people in the church would go up to my father and be like, "Brianne is singing so loud. What is she thinking? You need to tell her something." My dad was so proud that I was singing so loud.
Wow.
So he didn't stop me. And, I kind of liked that. I ended up playing the piano and leading the music in the church when I was about 12 years old. But it was, it was at an early age. I would literally sit and just sing things I would see. It drove my siblings nuts. My brothers still talk about it today. They were like, "Oh, my God, you were so annoying." They're like, you would just sit there and sing whatever you were looking at. And they're like, it was so irritating.
Wow.
Nobody wants to hear a song about your stupid teddy bear.
So, since All-American Girl came out, has anything changed in your life?
You know what? No. I would say yes. My life is always changing, and I always seem to be experiencing new things. And I think because of my upbringing and how I was raised, I'm always going to have something bugging me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I feel like I'll always have something to bitch about and write about. Because I'm an odd person. I'm not normal. I don't have a ton of friends. I know a ton of people, but I'm very protective of myself.
Right.
When you're kicked out on the street in 17, you kind of learn. You can't trust everybody, and my life has changed, especially since we've been in Nashville.
Wow.
It's like everyone wants you to have this crazy social life, and then you're trying to still, write songs, and we're very dedicated. I mean, we rehearse literally 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock.
Wow.
And we keep our band tight.
Cool. Now, would you ever think that you'd actually be in a Gibson catalog?
Never. If you would have told me last year to laugh at you.
Yeah. I mean, you're featured in the Firebird and the Thunderbird bass guitars? Yes.
One's the Thunderbird bass, and the other one is a guitar. It was such a fun shoot. I got there, and Dune, the photographer, Dune Beidou, I don't know how to say his last name. He was really sweet, and I'm like, oh, dude, this guy is so quiet, and I'm so stoned. I'm like, oh, geez. And it was funny because he's like, so all I want you to do is get up there, and I just want you to, act like you're having a great time, play your guitar, be expressive. And I'm like, you got it. So I get up there, I'm jumping around. I'm like,
wow.
I was having so much fun. And he goes, this is so great. I don't even have to direct you. He's like, this is so awesome. He's like, you're natural. He's like, usually I have to send people, because it's across the street from 12th and Porter, which is a popular bar here and venue.
Right.
And usually he has to send people and have them take a few shots and then come back to leave because you feel silly. And I'm like, no, dude, it's okay. I'm so stoned I can hardly keep my eyes open.
Wow.
I'm like, and I think that's why I'm having so much fun.
That's good then. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why I photograph better when I'm high. It removes all inhibitions. I don't look stressed, I think.
Cool. Now, with All American Girl, do you actually think you really need a major label anymore to really expose the band?
It would help a hell of a lot.
Definitely.
It really would. It's just what's so wonderful about having your own label right now is that we have creative control, and no one's trying to change me or trying to make me into a Katy Perry, or you know what I mean.
Right.
Right now, I have complete control over my image, and I love that.
Right.
Because it's sincere and it's real, and I believe that that's exactly what rock and roll should be about. It shouldn't be a formulated thing with a formulated personality. I feel like it should be who you are.
Right.
So,
right.
It's a blessing.
Cool. And, your feelings about illegal downloading?
I have very conflicted feelings on that. A part of me is like, music really is a great thing, and it should be shared, and people should be able to have easy access to it. And ultimately, as an artist, you want people to have easy access to your music because you want them to spread the word and share your music as well. However, the flip side is you don't make tons of money. I mean, and I'm totally okay with being a struggling musician. I don't have any problem with it because I'm having the time of my life.
Right.
But, it is difficult to make money, and it takes really good marketing, I think, and branding of your name and your face and your band to actually make money. And I think most of the money is in the merchandise nowadays.
Right.
Really.
Right.
And that's one thing I have done is with my marketing girl, we've sat down and we've made this. We designed our swag, our merch to sell at shows, and it is so cool. I mean, we're going to have the cover of the CD without the Bree All American Girl, just me with my V in that pinup pose.
Right.
We're going to have that on a T-shirt for guys, and then for women, we're going to have, because, I would buy a T-shirt for my boyfriend that had a pinup girl with a flying V on it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think it's cool. And then, we're doing a wife beater with my actual lips across the boobs.
Cool. That's cool.
So, yeah, it's sexual and fun, and I think that's where we're going to make it.
Oh, definitely.
On the road.
Definitely. What is it like being on the road? You're with two other guys or more, whatever, and you're out on the road.
Well, we haven't really gone on the road. This is going to be our first tour, and we're kicking it off on May 10th. And we're starting at the Tampa Heatwave Music Festival. It's their 33rd one, and we're really excited. The only place we've been together besides Nashville, because we've been building our following here, is Kentucky.
Wow.
We went to Kentucky, and that was a project. It was fun. We had a blast because we just piled David and Mark in the SUV, and then we have two techs. We have one for the drums and one for guitar, and they came along. They followed us in their car, and we had hotel rooms. We had a blast.
Cool.
That's one thing, is our whole team is wonderful, and we get along famously.
Great. Tell me a little bit about your videos. First one was Whiskey, which you dress pretty sultry and stuff like that, and then you have I'm the Boss. Did you enjoy doing both of them?
Of course, I loved doing both of them. Video shoots are really, really fun, but they're very long. They're long. They're like 13 hours. Whiskey, I thought I was going to die. I was like 13 hours in stilettos.
Yeah.
Still, my poor feet were so swollen. No, but Whiskey was before we ever performed.
Wow.
So I think as a band, we really hadn't found our identity yet. And, honestly, I had a lot of different ideas for Whiskey, and I should have spoke up. I wasn't, at that time, I think I have more confidence now.
Right.
And I'm more firm in what I want and what I like to see, and how I want to portray myself to the world. And I feel like it could have been sexier. It could have been a little dirtier.
Right.
The only problem with Whiskey, it was nice.
Uh-huh.
And I don't like that word. I want people to love it or hate it.
Right.
And that's the beauty of I'm the Boss, is because you either love that video or you hate it. There's not like, oh, well, that was a nice video. It was,
right.
And I told David, I'm like, this one is going to be my personality. We're going to tell this story, and it's going to be accurate, and it's going to be sexual. It was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Everything you see in that video was real. Wow. We were partying.
Cool. Actually, I'm the Boss. It reminds me of almost like back in the 80s when the Ramones were around and bands like that.
Oh, I love Ramones.
Yeah, and it gave that feel that's really not out there anymore.
No, it's not. Right. I know, and no one's doing what we're doing right now, which is absolutely cool, and we're just being ourselves and having a blast. I can, as long as you're living life and experiencing things, you're never going to run. You're not going to run out of anything to write about.
Right.
And that song, it's about a three-way. It's about, I've pretty much given the message. Hey, look, if you have the hots for my boyfriend, you better be kissing my ass because. Because, you're not going to get to him.
Right.
Through me.
Wow. So what are your goals for 2014?
For 2014, I want to have my second album ready and secure. It's already half written. Mm-hmm. And I want to just have a really kick-ass year of touring and just pounding the pavement and getting out there and playing shows and having a great time. I just really want to get out there and, make our band known. And I want to inspire people, too. I want to inspire people to not be afraid to be themselves and actually write music that's more identifies with their personality instead of trying to fit in the mold.
Right. Now, you have a Flying V, which you're already known for. Can you tell me anything about why'd you pick that?
Well, everyone asks me that, and everyone says they like the way it looks and all that. But for me, I picked it up, I put it on, and I'm like, this feels good.
Wow.
It just felt right. It just seriously felt right. It just, it was, when you just know,
right.
Uh-huh. So it was a moment where I was like, this is my baby, and I don't want to play anything else.
Sure.
I love guitars. I see myself probably having a vintage collection in the future, but the V is just my thing. It's sexual, it's beautiful, it's red, which is my favorite thing, and it's very light, easy to play. I love it. I'm in love.
Cool. And you got a stand-up bass in you know, the band. I mean, you don't see that much. Every once in a while, you know, the Stray Cats, Sting sometimes uses it, stuff like that. You know, was it like something you planned on?
No, actually, not at all. In fact, in October of, I want to say 2011, a few months after we moved here from Palm Springs, California, we were auditioning. We were having these guys come in and auditioning with their electric bass.
Right.
And I just was not feeling it. I'm like, this is so sterile. This is awful. I'm like, we're going to run into our bassist. We're going to meet him. I feel like we're probably going to be friends with him first. You know, because you know how awful that is, auditioning people. It's just too sterile. There's no, it just feels weird. And I wrote Forbidden Fruit. You know, did you like that one? It was about...
yes, that's one of the ones I really enjoy, too. That's
good. Yeah, it's third on the track. And I wrote it, and I turned around, because at first it was just me and David in rehearsal, and I turned around and I go, call me crazy, but for some reason I just had this really outlandish idea, and I'm just going to need you to hear me out. And he's like, okay. He's like, because I had a really outlandish idea. I want to see if it's maybe the same.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm hearing a very fat, ballsy stand-up bass. And I'm like, I know we're not rockabilly. I'm not trying to put that in. I know we're not, you know, country. I'm not trying to put that in. I'm like, how cool would it be to have a stand-up bass in a rock band?
Wow.
And not be rockabilly, and not, you know. And he goes, oh my God, I was thinking the same exact thing, and especially because that song, it just needed it. And then, I'm not even kidding, the very next night we went to a bar called Whiskey Bent Saloon. It's on Broadway. Our friends were playing. They were doing a showcase for Sony or something. So we went to go support them, and David and I ended up getting so trashed. I remember I was drinking Goldschlager. I remember walking home. I was bouncing off the walls, and
wow.
And I look over, and who walks in but Mark with his huge stand-up bass, and I'm like, David, what are the odds that we go out the next night and we meet our bassist, and he gets on stage and plays with I think it was Eskimo Brothers. Could have been the Eskimo Brothers, who's actually a very well-known rockabilly group here.
Right.
And I'm like, that's my guy. I'm like, I just feel it so hard in my bones. I'm like, that's our bassist. And, you know, we gave him our business card. I'm like, please, I said, call in the morning. I said, call at 11 a.m. Please, call us. I just want you to see if you want to be a part of this project. I know it's different and weird for you. I just want you to wing it and see how you like it. He called right on the dot. 11 a.m. the next day.
That's great.
Yeah. And it just felt so right. The first time, literally, when I write a song, I work it out with David, and then, you know, Mark will hear it 2 times, and by the 3rd time be playing it perfectly.
Wow.
I mean, he's a genius. I'm surrounded by professionals. David and Mark are so good at what they do that no matter what I do, they will follow me. If I skip a verse on accident, they follow me and they'll end the song.
That's great. Man. And plus,
it's wonderful.
Plus you got something to stand on stage. I saw some of the photos of you standing on his bass.
Yes, that's my favorite part.
That's pretty cool.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You know,
I look forward to it every time.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, you know. So, you know, congratulations on All American Girl, and, you know,
Thank
great CD.
you.
Hopefully, you know, people support it and, you know, give Bree a chance. And would you like to say anything to the fans out there?
I just want to see them. Come to my shows. Let's have fun and party, and I just want to make people dance, so come on out.
Cool. Cool, great. Thanks very much, Bree.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. And I love your accent.
Thanks very much.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from New York.
Yeah, I can tell.
Great. Yeah. But I appreciate you talking to me.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I am going to go back to bed.
Good. Talk to you later.
My head is banging. Take care, sweetie.
Bye-bye.
Bye.